Seen another day, seen another breath, and
So welcome back to the channel. Today I am doing a new style of vlogging. I usually do a lot of voiceovers, but today we're gonna do just talking to the camera, talking to you guys and just conversating. This morning, you guys, this conversation is gonna be about having an autistic child and a child with ADHD living in a hotel. You guys, it ain't easy. No, I am not a single mom. So I don't want people to think, well, it's because you have a spouse, it's easier. No, it's not easier. But it's difficult, but it's manageable. But my autistic son, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I did not want to talk about him on this vlog, but God wanted me to be open about my life. So I don't want people to judge me and you know, about how I treat my autistic son, which is different from how other people probably do things. But my autistic son name is Castiel. He's a sweet little boy. He's 3 years old, and right now we're in a process is just developing how he conversates with us, how he talks, how he alarms us about if he's hungry or if he wants to watch TV. He's not really a bad kid, but he does do certain things that are different from how other kids do. One thing I learned about Cassio is that he's a TV child. I believe a lot of autistic kids watch a lot of TV. He likes to go outside. He likes to run. And he just enjoys being himself. He does a lot of noises like banging. But we have to be more patient and learn new things, because I have no idea that I was going to have an autistic son. I should have known, knowing that I had a sister that is autistic as well. So I had no clue, and it was very surprising. We kind of figured out. You guys, this soap keep running out. It's up there, but it's running out. But he's a sweet little boy. I will probably show a picture like right there whenever I edit this video. And then our, not an artistic daughter, but our daughter has ADHD. And with that one, she's very hygienic. She's very outgoing. She loves to play. She loves animals, really. But the difficulties is that the patience that comes with dealing with two different children that have two different things going on. You know, living in a hotel, not the space you want to have. So it's times where they can't be themselves because we don't want to be rude to other people that's around us. But my daughter loves watching TV. She enjoys snacks, of course. But her ADHD sometimes get very difficult because of how she's so hygienic at the wrong time of the day. Like, the most time they want to play is when we are going to bed. Like, it's bedtime. Y'all had all day to play, and the best time for them is when it's time to go to bed. And I'm like, yo, that's not the best time. But having patience and being kind, even when it's hard, it's a hard thing to do, but it's still possible to do. It's my very first vlog because I'm so used to having my words processed. But now that I have to go on by thinking while talking and doing stuff, I'm not really a good multitasker, but I'm coming into the vlog side of YouTube, and I know a lot of people, they talk while moving. So I'm like, I don't know how to do that, but I have to rebuke the spirit of that rejection that's kind of tell me that I can't do that when maybe I can. So when you feel like you can't do something, just at least try it before you deny it. I really had a tough time this morning getting up doing this vlog because I was so used to doing it a certain way. But God is revealing that it's time to do it a different way. It's time to talk about your experience in the moment. And I'm not good at that. I'm not good at talking about my experience in the moment. I'm used to prepping, being ahead before I make a video so I can know what to say. But not this time. And I had a hard time getting up doing this vlog. I really got frustrated and irritated, especially with my husband as he was directing me to teach me how to do it. And I got really annoyed and irritated. But I know there's flesh that's trying to keep me from doing what I can do, doing what God have called me to do. If God had called you to do something, He know that you can do it. You just have to put effort and do it. All right, you guys, I see you guys in the next clip. So yeah, you guys, I want to talk about camera falling. If you wonder why my tongue is red, it's because I ate candy and I totally forgot I was vlogging today. Hopefully it stays. I need to get a new stand. But I wanted to talk about the difficulties of being in a hotel with 4 children and being in a marriage. There's really not a lot of privacy. So we gotta work around a lot of our intimacy. The season change is not as easy, but I know that God will give us the grace and the strength we need to get through this season, because we know that this season won't last forever. It's just always a transitional season. Sorry and excuse me if you can hear my children in the background. This is why I did not want to do a live talk, because I know a lot of noise be going on, but this is the live experience and opinions about living in a hotel and being a family of 6. It get a little loudy, it get a little rowdy, but I know that you guys want to see the real experience and not just the hidden version. I'm so used to hiding my life at a certain point. So when God told me to start vlogging, I was like, okay, you know, it's a desire of my heart. I'm gonna be honest. God did give me the desire of my heart to vlog my life, but I wanted to vlog only certain parts. But starting today, I'm going to be more live and open and experience with my opinions, with the word of God, of being a mother, a wife, you know, walking in faith, being in a small space, but getting through the day. Because I know how tough it can be. We're so used to, we did leave a house. So if you guys are interested of learning about that, make sure you guys check out the other vlogs. But we had a house for a couple months and we had bigger space, so we got used to that space and things like that. But once God was like, it's time to transition, I was like, okay, God, hold on. But you have to get used to the season change, and that's what we have to get used to. We was used to being kind of separated from our kids in their own space, us in our own space. So now that we are together once again, it's like, okay, now we gotta work around it. We've been here before though, so it's not nothing new. But at some point, you know, you get tired of kind of going through it, but you get used to it at some point and things like that. But I just wanted to record and show you guys the realness of walking in faith and being in a smaller space and, you know, still doing God's will even when it's not convenient for you, even when you don't feel like doing it, even when you be like, you know, sometimes we want to do God's will in a perfect place. Sometimes we want to do God's will in a better place, but sometimes God is like, I need you to start at the bottom. I need you to start at the bottom so when you get to the top, people can see the transition. And that's where I am today. I'm starting at the bottom and eventually it will get to the top, but I'm starting from nothing to show you guys the true transition of how God is transitioning us from this into that, into later, you know, from this to that. So yeah, I'll be recording my next one. Catch you guys in the next side of the vlog. I'm sorry, you guys. I was supposed to talk about my daughter. I know I explained like my son's situation like more brighter, but I do have a 4-year-old daughter. Her name is Octavia, and she's the one with the ADHD. And she's so hygienic and outgoing. She loves to play with other kids. She loves animals. I remember the other day she was talking about a cat, and she could not let that cat go. She wanted the cat to come in the hotel with us, and I'm like, no, mama is afraid of cats. So someday I will get over that fear for her, but for today, no. But she have ADHD, but it gets hard sometimes because I have to repeat myself a lot, or more of her hygienicness get her in trouble sometimes, because sometimes she will get to the point where her listening and she's just so hyper. And with her ADHD, you have to keep repeating yourself. And it's something we are learning in the process with her. It's something that we'll go to doctors about. It's something that we are looking up when it gets hard. Something we are developing, so we can know how to treat it better than what we know. So we're just allowing the process to go through, much as our son, which is way different from Octavia. I will be posting pictures of them in the video somewhere to show you guys what they look like. They might be in the next vlog, but I'm just being open about the struggles of children, the struggles of marriage, and the struggles of walking with God, even when it's hard for you. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. So this is what I bought today, you guys. Remember, you guys, we're living in a hotel, so we can't buy the things that we really want. But it's okay, we will get through. So, bought a couple cookies for a snack. These are really good. I think I told you these last time. They're really a banger. And then we just buy these fast bites. They're really good. And then for our daughter, she likes these little microwave things. Then we buy mash, which is a sign of mashed potatoes. The reason why we have to buy mashed potatoes is because our autistic son is still eating mushy food. And if you're watching my vlogs before, I have explained that. He is still in the process and eating real food. Well, more chewy food and not food that you just swallow. We're taking our time with him. Don't really want to rush him and force him yet. So then we just bought a gallon of milk for the kiddos, and yeah, this is all we bought for today. We live in a hotel, so sometimes we have to buy daily food.
Love like a mountain that cannot be moved. Just as an eagle, I found freedom in you, a peace which brings me through, deserving of worship in spirit and truth. The light of life shines through. Our greatest gift was you. But Father, your love never ceases, even in the midst of my darkest days. Love, it flows like a river and never ever seems to run dry. So if all the breath in my lungs, I'll raise a hallelujah. So if all the breath in my lungs, I'll raise a hallelujah. Here in my house, the ways of your past don't define you. Formed from the dust of this earth, true purpose was birthed. There is no promise that can be undone. I loved you that much that I deemed you worthy to receive my son. You saved me from the ways of this world, where Messiah reigns, everlasting love dwells. The one who is and will always remain. The wonders of Christ I still fail to explain. Father, your love never never ceases, even in the midst of my darkest days. Love, it flows like a river and never ever seems to run dry. So if all the breath in my lungs, I'll raise a hallelujah. So if all the breath in my lungs, I'll raise a hallelujah. Almighty One, I just don't have enough words to give you the praise you deserve. It's about that time I take a deep dive and I go all in. Prosper, I'm covered in God's armor. Yeah, if you say go, then I'll go.